Welcome back. I'm Casey Campbell, Great Lakes Post, and I'm pretty sure you know who's on my left. It's Sam Mayer, the driver of the number 8 Tire Pros Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and who will be driving the number 32 Chevrolet for Brett Holmes Racing in the Truck Series, and he'll be competing in the 23 Chevrolet for the ARCA Menard Series. Did I get all that?
Yep, you nailed it.
Yes. All right. Hi, buddy. How are you?
Oh man, it's been a long day, but I'm doing good. Finally coming to a close.
It's been a long day for me as well, buddy. But where we're running this week? We're rolling to Bristol, and I'm sure you know that's pretty. You've won there a few times, I think, right? Right?
Yeah, Bristol's definitely up my alley. I to go back there and defend my truck win and ARCA win from last year, and go out there and compete in the Xfinity Series there for the first time. So it's a big weekend for me. I'm really excited for it, but we won't know how it goes until we get there.
Sure. Of course, you've won there 4 times. Where are the swords, by the way?
Okay, so one sword is right over here to my right.
Yeah.
Another sword is with Marty Lindley, my crew chief from the ARCA stuff at GMS.
Marty has one of them.
Yep, he has one, and then the other 2 are at my house in Wisconsin.
Nice. So yeah, I mean, we're going to Bristol, 3 races. You ready? I think you're running the most out of anybody this weekend. I'm not sure, because I know there's
I would say I'm in contention for most laps this weekend. That's for sure.
I think you are. So it'll definitely be fun there. But one thing about, I know the Xfinity side of things is not been the best for you, and as you try to learn all these new places. Overall, how do you think you're doing though?
I think performance wise itself, like speed on the racetrack, we're really good. We've been top 5, top 10 speed pretty much everywhere we've gone. I think I've run 6 races so far, 7 races so far, and we've been top 10 speed, I think 5 or 6 out of like the 7. So it's been a really good year for me speed wise. We just haven't been able to execute, whether it be on my end or whether it be on the team's end, or mechanical failure, my mistake on the racetrack. Like, something always seemed to have gone wrong, whether it be in my power or not. But we've just had the kitchen sink thrown at us this year, whether it be in the ARCA stuff, the truck stuff, or in the Xfinity stuff. But I think all of it's behind us. We just had a pretty decent run at Richmond. We just didn't get the cautions we wanted. A little too many too late, but we have good speed, good momentum going in this week, and I could definitely use that going into what I consider my palace this weekend.
Your palace? I don't know. Did they? Yeah, it's the last great Coliseum. Whereas it is Mayorland. I don't know. 3 races. Oh boy. I don't know. 3 races. I'm gonna have to cough up some money again, like I did. So, okay. Let's. Okay. Now we got everything out of the way for business type stuff. Okay. So if you win all these 3 races, where are you gonna beg the orange cone to get you more stuff?
Oh yeah, he owes me about $10 worth of chicken McNuggets from Milwaukee, so I have that going for me. Yeah. And then I also want to get me a Culver's gift card from this weekend. So hopefully, if I win like 2 out of 3, he'll give me like a $20 gift card, $50 gift card. If it's 2 out of 3, I think I can get $50 out of him for that.
Okay, all right. Boy, and we do this every time. If you ever seen an interview with Sam and I, we always kind of discuss a lot of this stuff. Browns not too they did well, but work in progress.
Yes. Well, okay, so you got to look at it as a Browns fan. So if you're a Browns fan, you expect to lose. So when you're winning for the first 3 quarters, that's really good. That's really good. Yes. Obviously, they threw it away in the last quarter, pretty much the second half, I guess. But they had the lead until like late in the 3rd quarter, I think. But man, that's a painful loss, because like you had the hype, like 22-10. That's a good lead against like what did they win the Super Bowl last year? The Chiefs? Did they win? Or
Remember the Bucks and
they got
Tom won?
yeah. So a decent team that made it really, really far, beating them in the first half. I mean, that's a good confidence booster heading into the next couple of weeks, but devastating loss.
You think they'll beat the Texans this week?
Yeah. If they don't, I would be pretty disappointed. Pretty disappointed. Even for a Browns fan, I would be disappointed. It's hard to make us disappoint, but
Well, the thing is, you have not been a Browns fan all your life. The Browns fans have been well, then there's all the unlucky stuff, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so I was at Costco and I saw, by the way, I'm a Costco member now. I saw a box of, so I tried Uncrustables this weekend. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I knew it. I knew you would like them.
Yeah.
They're so good. I love Uncrustables. If they would sponsor me, I think that would be a partnership going on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, we'll work
just a little tab right there. Put that tab on it.
Maybe we'll work on that. Sounds good. Also, I know that there's also, I also want to ask you this. I know that your diet has kind of changed a lot over the last few years since you've been working with Chevy and all that. Typical workout. Have you done a Tour de Mayor yet? Are they going to name one after you or something? I'm like, it's like, let's all go out for a bike ride. Why don't we? How are those going?
Well, so as of recently, I've been focusing more on my leg work and kind of muscle mass.
Yeah.
So I haven't been doing as much biking, but I've been doing a lot of running, a lot of weightlifting and stuff like that. So no Tour de Mayor, because I am very, very slow on the bike. So I'm getting my legs worked in with running and stuff like that, so I can prepare for biking and get a little more competitive with the guys, because I'm usually like 6th or 7th out of the 7 of us. So yeah. I'm just trying to hang in there. But as of now, I'm getting a lot of running in, a lot of weights and stuff like that, and just building up my muscle mass.
Yeah, we just got a new running machine that upstairs that we're using, so I haven't tried that yet. My mom's training for a marathon, so it's trying to figure all that out. But we'll just have to see on there. In terms of like diet wise, like what do you eat? Like what's a typical thing that you like eat, sort of thing?
I mean, diet isn't as important as the actual like physical activity to me anyway. But I do try to eat the best I can. So like usually it's like a salad for lunch or clean juice or something like that. So just something light and simple like a salad or like a smoothie even. But that dinner I go all in, because sometimes I get Chick-fil-A, sometimes I get like Olive Garden or something like that, like something really bulky to go into the night, because I won't eat until like noon the next day, just so I feed myself for a while.
Okay. There's a Culver's around you. I know that for a fact.
There, unfortunately for me and my gut, there is. But I've only been there 2 or 3 times, so I haven't been there as much as I've wanted to.
No, I seriously, I'm kind of starting to slim down myself, and I have not. That gets you so bad. But it's so good.
There's so much stuff like that. Oh man.
But that's what these food scientists are like supposed to like do, or something like that, or like that. But who knows? It's like, I don't know. It's this.
As long as it tastes good, it's good.
Like that Subway Eat Fresh Refresh campaign that they're doing. I had one of those. I'm like, interesting. That's I'm trying. Yeah, it's basically there. What favorite type of smoothie you like? Berry kind of. I've had these berry smoothies at Costco and they're pretty good. But also my mom makes one for like me. It's like these like fruit things, and basically they're like they treat like dinner and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like a blueberry, dates and stuff like that, like almond. Like I like a lot of nuts, different types of nuts in a smoothie. It kind of gives you a lot of protein in it and stuff like that. But blueberry based is one of my favorites. Blueberry and date. That's usually what I get.
Yeah. So you talked about physical fitness for a minute there. How far, typical day, how far do you run usually?
I mean, it depends on what we're doing. Like Mondays, we usually run 2.5 miles in the morning. And then we do some stuff in the afternoon, maybe. But that's about it for like running that week. We might do a little bit on like tomorrow we'll do a little bit after some go-karting. That'll be another 3 miles or so. So it's about 2.5 to 6 miles a week, depending on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I need to get to go, bro. I need to get down to North Carolina. The thing is, if I go down to North Carolina, I'm probably going to get blown up by texts of people wanting to go hang out and have fun. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. So, we got a lot of, look, let's see. How about your car this weekend? I haven't mentioned that. The design of the design that Tire Pros voted on. And I got to say, Ryan Williams is the god when it comes to designing cars. He is the absolute best, in my opinion, when it comes.
It is one of the coolest cars I've ever seen.
It is. And by the way, he also said, he did a tweet back in there, and I asked him a bunch of questions. It's like, are the Browns gonna? I asked him, are the Browns? It's like a magic 8-ball. Ask me anything. It's like, I tweet at him, are the Browns gonna win the Super Bowl? He goes, yes, the Browns will win the Super Bowl. Bookmark this. I did. I still have it. And so when the Browns do win the Super Bowl this year, that is, I mean, the Browns are my Super Bowl pick this year. They're gonna do it.
They got some pretty beefy players on this team this year. Like, I'm actually excited at what they can do. Like Baker's finally starting to figure out his passing and stuff like that. So I think like deep season, once he gets it figured out and gets back in the rhythm, I think it'll be really good.
You have to go down to Cleveland for a game. But have you been to the Brown Stadium?
I've been to the Bengals Stadium and the Brown Stadium once.
You need to go. You need to go back.
I really want to go back because I love going.
They might play. I'm not sure. They might play Green Bay this year too. I'm not sure. So
they probably do.
So I know you're down in North Carolina right now. How often during the off season? I know you have your family still is in Wisconsin, but how often are you going to travel? But how often do you travel between your house in North Carolina as well as your family up in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I mean, I'm mainly down here. I've probably been up there 2 or 3 times this year so far. Yeah. But I'm not up there as much as people usually think I am. I might go up there for a month or so during the off season. But I don't know yet because you still work during the off season, even when you're not racing, you're still working down here. So trying to stay in the swing of things down here is probably a big thing, especially for a young guy like me. So we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, but I don't go up there too much.
Yeah. Also, I know you talked about this last year and this kind of the conversation of it. How do you, as a driver, when you like a big, like trying to handle like being pressured into like, being a big Xfinity series driver and all the hype around you and everything last year with you and Ty, from a mental health standpoint, I know you kind of highlighted this last year. I think it was at Five Flags, if I'm not mistaken, but how do you handle that as a driver? Like from a kind of stay upbeat and all that stuff. And because this is a mentally draining sport and obviously it's not the easiest thing to do, but how do you handle like staying mentally healthy during?
Yeah, I mean, especially after like a rough start, like to the Xfinity season this year, it's all about staying positive as you can. Because obviously you're not going to win every race and every championship you run for, but like anytime where you can just choose to be positive over choosing to soak on the negatives. And I've had a lot of people, really good people around me tell me this in the last couple of days. So I just you gotta stay positive. You gotta keep all the positive people in your life and keep them close to you. But also you just gotta enjoy it. Like the biggest thing last year is I was enjoying it so much because I was doing well.
Yeah.
That anytime that I wouldn't perform well, it kind of would drain me a little more than it should. But then bouncing back the next week and having a good week the following week, and it was kind of like that at Pensacola because we kind of went downhill a little bit towards the end of the season and it got kind of cut close. But we finished really strong with Memphis and Pensacola, obviously. So it all worked out really well. And the seasons are long, like 33 races next year for the Xfinity stuff. That's excuse me, that's a long season, and that's going to drain you mentally. So looking forward to the off season every year, and towards the end of the year, you're looking to the off season, like to get that rest is a big deal because it's nice. It's a mental refresher, and then you go back for speed weeks the following year in Daytona, and then you're hyped up and ready to go, and it all goes uphill from there again.
Of course, it's a roller coaster, but I know you've also highlighted the challenges that people go through every day last year with all that. I know that's important to you as well as myself. But what are you? I know you're still active in that, but what kind of things can people do to kind of highlight all that?
I mean, all of the foundations we had last year focused on many different things. Like some focused on hydration for Africa, some focused on wildfires, on the side of what they did beside mental health and stuff like that. But like the main focus was just about taking care of like the next generation and giving them kind of like the hype, quote unquote, about what they need to do and how to live their life to the fullest and enjoy every second of it. And that's a lot of people kind of ignore that now. But kind of those foundations pushed those kids, and like a big thing is like just the kids, like people even younger than me, just pushing them to get be as happy as they can and enjoying their life because they're so young that they still have so much life to live. So kind of being positive, and it goes back to like what I was saying, like about myself, is just being positive and surrounding yourself with positive people. And it's the same thing with those foundations.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Sam Mayer, always a pleasure to have you on, buddy. Good luck this weekend at Bristol. How many swords are we gonna get, buddy? Are we gonna get 3? Are we gonna get 3 swords?
We'll go for 3. How about that?
Let's go for 3. And then you might get something down the road from that.
Awesome.
All right, good to talk to you.
Looking forward to it.